Oh really? Embassy rejected your Schengen visa request and you're not sure what to do and you don't know if there is a second chance, huh? Barney here with Visa Library, and I would like to brief you on how to ask for a second time review of the embassy's decision about your Schengen visa case. Take a deep breath, drink a glass of water, like and share this video, and hit the subscribe button to stay tuned with us. Why does the embassy say no to your Schengen visa request? Embassies might say no to Schengen visa application for several different reasons, which are really simple. Wrong or missing papers. If you don't give all the papers they ask for, or if there are mistakes in them, your visa might be rejected. The next reason is not having enough money. You need to show you have enough money for your trip. If they think you don't have enough, they might not give you the visa. The next reason is that they think you won't go back home. If the embassy thinks you plan to stay in Europe longer than you're allowed, they might refuse your visa. And the next common problem is that you have problem with your insurance. You must have travel insurance for your trip. Next, travel plan issues. If your travel plans don't seem clear or realistic, or they don't match the reason for your visit, this can be a problem and they can reject your visa. Next one, no place to stay. You need to show where you'll stay during your visit. If you don't prove this, they might say no to your visa. Next, which is very important, is criminal record. If you have a history or crime, they might worry. It's not safe to let you in and deny the visa. And the next one is past visa problems. If you stayed too long on a Schengen visa before or broke visa rules before, they might not let you in the country. Bad visa history elsewhere. If you had visa problems in other countries, like being sent back home or refused visas, it could affect, your Schengen visa. Next is unclear trip purpose. If the embassy isn't sure why you're traveling, like for holiday, business, or to see family, they might not give you the visa. Now let's talk about different types of appeal letters. There are several types of appeal letters that we need to review them, each serving a specific purpose. Here is a brief overview. Academic appeal letters. They are used by students to appeal against academic decisions like suspending or dismissal from college due to poor grades or attendance. Next one is insurance appeal letters, sent to insurance companies to dispute a claim that has been denied or undervalued. Next one is financial aid appeal letters, used by students to request more financial support from a college or university, typically after a significant change in their financial situation. Next one is employment appeal letters. It addresses issues in workplace such as unjust dismissals or disciplinary actions against a decision made by an employer. And the next one is medical appeal letters, written to health insurance providers to appeal decisions about coverage, including denial of payment for a treatment or procedure. Last but not least, visa refusal appeal letter, which is the topic of today's conversation. A visa refusal appeal letter is written to challenge a decision made by a consulate or embassy regarding a visa application. In this letter, the application addresses the reasons for refusal provided by the consulate and provides additional information or clarification to counter these reasons. The goal is to persuade the authorities to reconsider their decision. This letter should be formal, clear, and includes, any supporting documents that strengthen the application's case. This appeal process is crucial for individuals who believe their visa application was unjustly denied. How to write an appeal letter? The first one is address the letter. Address the letter to the embassy or consulate that issued the refusal. And then state your information. Include your full name, address, and visa application number. Then explain the purpose. Clearly state that the letter is an appeal against the refusal of your visa. Attach supporting documents, including any additional documents that support your case. And then keep in mind to conclude politely, summarize your appeal and request a re-evaluation of your application. Oh, by the way, don't forget contact information. Include your contact details for further communication. They might need you. Next is refusal reasons. Mention the reason for refusal as given in the refusal letter. It's a letter given to you when they refuse you. And provide counter arguments. Address each refusal reason with explanation and supporting evidence, which is going to be really important for you. And this letter should be formal, concise, and respectful. Don't forget that. How long does it take to receive an answer for your appeal letter? The time it takes to receive a response to an appeal letter for a visa refusal varies depending on the specific embassy or consulate and their processing times. It can range from a few weeks to several months. And generally, embassies provide an estimated processing time for you. But various factors like the volume of applicants, the complexity of individual cases, or specific local procedures can influence this. It's advisable to check with the relevant embassy or consulate for more accurate information based on your specific situation. How likely is it to get a positive answer from the embassy after an appeal letter? The likelihood of getting a positive response after submitting an appeal letter for a visa refusal varies significantly and depends on several different factors. These include the reasons for the initial refusals, the strength and relevance of the new information or evidence that you provide in the appeal, and individual circumstances. In some cases, if the appeal successfully addresses the concerns that led to the refusal, the chance can be favorable. However, there are no guarantees, and each case is assessed on its own merits by the embassy or consulate. Should we do anything after sending our appeal letter to the embassy? Very good question. Let's address that. Here are some points to remember after you send your appeal request. Monitor your email and mail. Stay alert for any communication from the embassy. They may require additional information or documentation. Check visa application status. If possible, regularly check the status of your visa application online. Avoid making new travel plans. Wait for the embassy's decision before making any kind of travel arguments. Be prepared for any outcome. Understanding that the appeal may or may not be successful. This is crucial. Keep in mind and seek professional advice if needed. If the situation is complex, consider consulting with an immigration lawyer or a visa consultant. Remember, patience is key as the appeal process can take time. Does it cost to appeal for embassy's decision? The cost of appealing an embassy's decision on a visa application can vary. Some embassies may charge a fee for processing an appeal while others might not. So it's important to check the specific guidelines of the embassy or consulate where you're submitting the appeal, as they will provide details on any fees associated with the appeal process. Additionally, if you seek legal assistance or use of service of the immigration consulation for your appeal, this will incur additional costs. Do I have to visit the embassy myself to appeal for a visa refusal? It is generally not required to visit the embassy in person to appeal a visa refusal. Most embassies allow appeals to be submitted online or via email or through an online system, as I mentioned before. So, however, the specific procedure can vary depending on the embassy and the country's regulation. It is important to check the embassy's official website or contact them directly for the exact process and requirements for submitting a visa appeal. They will provide detailed instructions on how to proceed with your appeal. Thank you everyone for watching.